Good afternoon, you wonderful people. Second video of the day, guys. Hugo Lloris is a no-go. He won't be going to Lazio. The air of Hotspur Way, the sunshine that's currently hitting London, is far too great for players to be leaving Tottenham to go elsewhere. We just can't seem to shift anyone at the moment, guys. After weeks and weeks and weeks, bearing in mind, guys, that from the first day of July, it was very clear since the last game he played against Newcastle, where he went off injured. Or did he go off injured? Was it a bust up at half time? He didn't come out in the second half in that thumping defeat against Newcastle last season, and we ain't seen him since, pretty much. And it was clear at the end of the season that he was looking to move, which was then confirmed on Postecoglou's arrival, July the 1st. He didn't travel with the team because he was looking to find himself a new destination. After weeks and weeks and weeks now that this Lazio thing's been bubbling up, it looked like it was going to fall through, then it reopened again, only to find out now that he doesn't want to join Lazio because he doesn't want to be a backup goalkeeper. Well, surely your agents, Hugo, should have done a little bit more vetting, right? They should have spoken to Lazio, and one of the first things, or one of the first questions perhaps should have been asked is, what role will my client be playing in this club? Is he going to be a first team goalkeeper, or is he going to be a backup? That conversation should have been had maybe the first meeting, perhaps the second. Surely not weeks and weeks and weeks later. We find ourselves with the season's already started. We've got Vicario as our number one. We've got Foster as a backup goalkeeper. We also have Austin and we have Whiteman. 4 goalkeepers already. With Lloris now potentially staying at Spurs unless something drastic happens in the last few days, we got 5 goalkeepers in the first team. Of course, if Lloris were to stay, then we would look to ship off either Foster, who's got a year left on his contract. They might end up sending him away. Whiteman and Austin surely are not going to stay with this current situation. So it beggars belief, guys. It does beg a belief that we was just talking about it this morning, saying that, you know, this morning video. If you've missed it, go and watch it, guys. And good morning, Tottenham away. I said take the hit, Spurs. Now, a few have criticised, saying, well, a club can't take hits. Well, what I meant by that is not to give the players away for free. That's not what I was suggesting by that video. I'm saying simply is you're not going to get the full asking price of those players. There's hardly any market. There's hardly any interest. There's nobody coming in for them. Not even the Saudi Arabian League are coming in for those players. There's no general interest from around the Premier League and you know, the other big 4 or 5 top leagues in Europe. So when you're in that situation, you can't say, no, I'm sticking to that, because it's clearly not showing any interest. There's no takers. The agents of those players, I don't know what they're doing. Some of those players might say, do you know what, I'll sit on this contract. So we got a little bit of a problem here, guys. If that is the mindset of the players, where they're just going to sit on that contract and say, you know what, I'm here, I'll stay. I'm not. If someone comes in and I'm happy with the deal, fine. If not, I'll stay. Now, we're in a situation that we're not shipping players out for one reason or another. The Hugo, we don't know Lo Celso. Lo Celso's unhappy as well with the current situation, that he thought perhaps, you know, he was getting a look into. And I agree, he was getting a look into it in the pre-season. All of a sudden, the league starts and 2 games in, he doesn't get a look in. So where does his stance stay? And Ndombele, he's refusing to go Nottingham Forest, or that's what's been reported. Turkey's a no-go. The Turkish league is a no-go. So what will suit these players and where will they go? And like I said, and I said it this morning, my main concern is that the market will close, the market closing, and having a situation of unrest amongst the players who are no longer part of the project. And it's very clear that these players are no longer part of the project. You can't say, you know, we're not part of it. Come market closes, all of a sudden they become part of it. They'll still not be part of it. And you have a situation of 5, 6, 7 players, 8 players who are at Tottenham but are not seen by the manager moving forward, because the manager has his 15, 16, 17, 18 players that is going to play regularly or play with some regularity throughout the whole season, given the fact that we have no European football. So this mass squad numbers is not required. So we was hoping to, you know, we was looking at Hugo Lloris to move on to Lazio, and that's falling through. He wanted to go back to France, no interest from there. So it's all going to boil down to the last few days of the market. And if you don't take the hit, if you don't start, at the end of the day, it's going to be desperate deals. Whether we send them out, it's going to be desperate deals. It's going to be loan deals, this, that, and the other. And you know, you're literally just getting them off the wage book. By sending them out alone, you're saying you're getting them off the wage for a season. That's what I'm saying, take the hit. That's what I mean by taking the hit. It's like players with 1 year to go, Foster, Dyer, and stuff like that. Sell them for a couple of million, 2, 3 million quid, 4 million, 5, just get them out. Get them off the wages. You paying the wages for the next season is far greater expense than selling them on the cheap. At least you're getting them off the books. That's the mindset in where I am, and I won't change my stance. You can disagree by all means, it's not a problem, but believe me guys, when you break it all down, for me the biggest issue will be having all these players still at the club, not being able to ship them out till January potentially at the earliest, and having them all in the squad and affecting those who are meant to be doing the job for Postecoglou currently in the squad. You're going to affect those guys, because bad news spreads and bad vibes spread as well if you don't get rid of it. That's my take on it. Let me know your thoughts of this Hugo no-go to Lazio, and let me know your thoughts of the rest of the players who don't seem to be wanting to leave this wonderful hot sunny days in the Hotspur way. Let me know your thoughts. Like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel, guys. Big up to everyone that's newly just jumped on board. Welcome to the channel. Big up to everyone that keeps tuning in to watch all our content, and big up to everybody else that shares the content with everybody else around you. Big up to you, big up to your families. Like, comment and subscribe, and as always, forever always, come on you Spurs.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away.